Hey, it's Chris Brown here. Thanks for joining me on Tennessee Time Machine. We're at a location that I have actually filmed before, but we have come back because I totally lost my footage during a Windows software update. Thank you, Windows. But we are back here at the Ellis restaurant, just right across from the historic Chattanooga Choo Choo and the terminal, one of my favorite places to eat. Now the structure that we're actually looking at right now, and I'm going to pan over here in just a second, is a structure that was built in 1917. And this place is awesome. It actually partially burnt down, which is interesting because it was dubbed as one of the first fireproof hotels in the area. I believe this was back in 2004. Of course, it's been abandoned already for a very long time. In fact, since about 1981, if I'm not mistaken, was the last time there was actually any tenants here. And they were here as a part of a rental agreement. It was no longer a hotel even at that time. But what's amazing is this place is still here. And for structural reasons, they ended up having to knock down the back portion of the hotel. Now up top there you can see some of the remnants of some of the fire damage that occurred. Still got some of the original glass and windows in place. And if you look down in the very middle, that actually would have been where some of the bathrooms were at. You can see the bathroom mirrors are still intact way up there. Pretty fascinating, actually. The tiles are still there. You can see some of the doors, and I'm sure lots of lead paint up there. Just absolutely fascinating how long this place has been abandoned. It's about 30 years this place has been abandoned. Let's see if we can walk around toward the back and maybe get some shots that we hadn't seen before. So as you can imagine, I'm sure squatters have come through here, been through here. I was really trying to see if we could maybe even get an inside shot of this location here. I'm gonna look through the back door here and actually see if we can get a shot through here. Yeah, you can get just a little bit of a shot. I don't know if you can see through there or not. I'm sure if we wanted to, we could just walk right in, but I'm sure the structure is definitely not safe, and no sense in getting in trouble for trespassing either. So, door's closed, not gonna open it, but hopefully we can get a little quick peek in there of this facility. One of the main reasons that this property actually kind of caught my attention is more so for the restaurant. There's still a sign that was there for the Ellis restaurant. It's been there for about 70 years. And to tell you a little bit about the Ellis restaurant, I know a little bit more about that just because I've done some more research on that portion of things. The Ellis restaurant would have opened up with Gus Ellis in charge of it. He came to Chattanooga in about 1909, if I'm not mistaken, would have been the year that he had started this restaurant. It started over at Market Street and 9, and then he relocated over here for some obvious reasons. Not only did we have the industrial YMCA, original YMCA from Chattanooga, which I would like to check out as well. We've got the terminal, which would have originally been a hotel. And do keep in mind the St. George Hotel, this was not a fancy hotel ever. It was just a cheap place for middle-class people that were traveling by train, coming through the terminal itself to be able to have a place to stay for the night and then move about their way from that point on. So we're going to take a walk around to the front of the property here, get a nice little shot of the Chattanooga Choo Choo as well. So here we are at the Ellis restaurant. This place originally opened up, I believe it would have been 1909. Gus Ellis came to the United States around that time, and they originally had the first restaurant would have been at Market and 9th. And after 30 years of being abandoned, we've just recently seen some new interest in bringing this sign back to life. What's really cool about the sign is that currently, if you look over the A out of the second A out of the restaurant and the double L there over in Ellis, there is normally two frogs that are sitting atop that portion of the sign. They are currently in the care of Disney Imagineer Barry Schneider, which has been involved in some of the mainstream rides such as E.T. and Back to the Future. This guy's got a lot of talent, and I think what he'll be able to do is probably bring the sign back maybe even better than what its condition was when it was brand new. So we'll see what happens. To my understanding, I think there's about 600 different incandescent light bulbs within this particular sign, and I'm just really excited to see that it will be brought back. Another interesting thing about the sign itself is that it will actually be protected, and once it is protected, it will never be removed, no matter what tenant may be in the area. It doesn't matter if it's a McDonald's or whatever it could possibly be. The sign will remain the same. So if we're lucky, they may be able to bring the restaurant back under the same name, the Ellis restaurant. Several different celebrities have been through this restaurant here, such as the boxer Jack Dempsey, also Joe Namath, just to name a few. And during World War II, it's even said that there was 2 lines at both of these doors for the World War II soldiers that would have been so long that they would have been actually wrapped all the way around to the Grand Hotel just down the road, which is a very, very cool piece of history for this area.